Hey guys, it's Snooki.
And JWoww.
What's up, guys? This is John Bastow from FitnessMadeSimple.com.
And you're watching Covino and Rich.
My brothers from another mother, Covino and Rich.
We haven't seen Autumn Reeser in like 20 years.
Yeah, it's possible.
Right? At like a Maxim party like 105 years ago. At least 105 years ago.
In the 1970s.
How old were we, Ben? That we were like
20-something.
in our early 20s. Let's welcome back.
Hey.
It's been a long time.
What's going on?
It's Autumn
Hi.
Reeser, everybody. Yeah.
I get applause at 10 in the morning. I'm into it.
I'm gonna give
Look at you. How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Did you just give her an Arsenio?
I gave her an Arsenio dog pound. She didn't even flinch. We have to. Hey, Spot, get back in here. Before we, get into it with Autumn Reeser, again, promoting Valley of Bones, and really she just came by to say hello, right?
I mean, yeah.
You missed
It's
wanna
just
say
like
hi.
every other Wednesday when I pop into the studio.
I just couldn't wait any longer. Yeah. We're talking about plandids. You know what plandids are?
What? I have no idea.
Well, you know what candid photos are, right?
Yeah.
They were saying how
Candid
we're not talking promotional picture for a movie or a professional photo shoot. We're saying how regular people now on Instagram and everything will it's a candid, but it's a completely planned out candid where people they retake the same photo over and over to make it look like, oh, this is so candid, but there's nothing candid about it.
Like I'm just laughing casually, ha 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 ha.
Yeah,
but I took 10 of those.
Yeah,
okay,
exactly.
all right,
Exactly.
I get it.
So-
All
so
right.
We got on the trend. You mind if we post?
Yeah,
one?
come on, let's
Can
go.
we pretend?
Oh yeah.
All right, so-
Should we pretend?
So,
Okay.
but what's the scenario? Am I saying something hilarious and you guys are laughing, or is
I mean, shouldn't it be Autumn since she's our guest?
yeah, she's the guest.
Why does it have to be you?
Wait, Autumn said, all right, she's saying something hilarious, and we're reacting like, holy shit, that's so funny. Okay, ready?
So say wrecked him, damn near killed him, and then we'll just laugh at it or something. I don't know.
Oh my god.
Yeah, here we go.
And go.
But wait, we got to do Kimura.
No way!
All right, there we go. You had to get something in there, Spot.
You guys, I feel like we're really setting me up for failure here. I guarantee I'm not going to say anything that funny today.
That's gonna be great. People are gonna be like, "Wow, I'm gonna have to listen back to that interview. She must have slayed it. She must have really killed
It's
it."
been fucking a barrel ass.
No, we're just saying how self-indulgent everybody is. Like, for example, you have projects to promote, right? You have
Yes.
You have something else coming up too. Yeah, you have not only the movie.
I have an episode of Salvation on CBS airing tonight and then
Right.
one next week.
Right, Valley of Bones. Like, you got things going on. So you got photo shoots, you got pictures, you got things to put out there. But it seems like everyone is the star of their own show.
Of their own world.
Yeah, and it's almost sickening at this
It's
point.
a little weird. It's like, this is my personal brand, but what are you selling?
We just said that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
said-
why do you need a brand?
Yeah, but if you're
get it.
if you're a regular 28, 35, whatever you're a person, why do you need your
I
brand?
don't know. Maybe the idea is like someday I'm going to need a brand when I figure out what I want to do with my life.
Right.
Let me ask you
Maybe
this.
that's
Autumn Reeser's here. People can hit her up at Autumn Reeser, Reeser. So we remember, always seen you around back in the day.
The OC
as we
days,
always
right?
say, at the Maxim days when we were doing Maxim radio
Right.
before all this. And
Like red carpet stuff.
And how much
things
has
like that.
changed in your mind? Because back then, it was
wow.
like a big deal to be in a magazine. It was a big
Yeah.
deal. It was a big deal to.
Well, you were like Hot 100 and stuff like that,
Yeah,
right?
like
Maxim was,
Yeah.
This
but
was
Maxim was a
before,
big deal.
Well,
then.
it's huge. It's hugely different. I mean, I started in theater 30 years ago. I was a kid, and then I started in film and television almost 20 years ago. We had black and white headshots, and we didn't have when we needed to figure out how to go to an audition. We had the Thomas Brothers guide. Like we didn't have the internet. We had
Right.
it, but
Yeah.
it wasn't. You used real maps, and then you had a publicist when you actually had something to promote, and that was outrageously expensive. And now you're just now you're just your own publicist, basically.
But I'd only imagine the competition's different in a way too, because back then you're competing against other actors and models and different people. Now, someone from Instagram or someone could be Vine famous, or that's
Yeah.
gone now. But there were so many people that when Vine was popular became famous off of that, and they got millions of followers online compared to traditional talent. Is such a weird space.
Yeah, it's a little hard to figure out how to navigate.
Are you going to agree with us and say it's disheartening?
No, because I find that all the work that I'm doing, people need an actor for. They need a trained actor. I don't find that I'm competing that often with people simply because they have a larger online following than me.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a whole different category.
I've heard other actors say that they have been beaten out because of somebody else's social media numbers.
Yeah.
So I know it's happening. It's definitely definitely out there and it's definitely happening. Maybe I just don't know about it when it's happening to me, and
Right.
so I'm blissfully unaware, and maybe I would like to remain so, because that would be disheartening, I
What
think.
holds more clout? You know, you have a movie, you're on TV shows, you're on, so many different projects and TV shows. Someone like you with actual credibility, or someone who just has a lot of Instagram followers for exposing their butt cheeks. Like, that's the weird sort of,
it is a weird
area.
dynamic.
That is the weird thing.
I do remember the first time I went in to audition for a movie, and there was somebody from a reality show sitting on the couch next to me, and I
Right.
was like, I've been training for this for 15 years. What are you doing
You were
here?
on The Bachelorette.
Yeah, and now at the same level.
Basically.
Yeah, so yeah, we haven't seen you in a long, long time. When we were doing the Maxim stuff, you'd stop by every once in a while. How's everything been? Yeah, you're always on that sort of grind, and
Life.
always projects. I know
Life.
you have 2 boys, right?
Yeah, I have 2 little boys, so
Right.
definitely that's why I'm running late today. We had school drop off this morning.
Yo.
Real exciting
How-
from Maxim to preschool drop off.
I don't have a boy. I have a baby girl, right?
Oh,
and she was
congratulations.
pleasant, and Rich has a baby girl.
Yeah.
Aw.
They're pleasant and kind, and they're not rambunctious. My sister has a little monster boy, like a diaper monster. And
Every
he's-
time I see your sister's baby,
Yeah.
and he's what, he's like 1.5, right? He's running around in a diaper, like breaking shit.
just knocking shit
Yeah,
over.
the little boys are intense, and mine are 3 and 6, and they're highly physical, and I love that about it. I think
So is
I
your
was.
house a mess? That's what I really want to know.
It's hard to keep it clean. I mean, I try and lay down the law. Wait, but guess
is there
what?
cereal all over the floor?
No. Although yesterday my son did find a Cheerio on the floor of the car, and I let him eat it. He was like, "Ma, can I eat this?" I was like, "Go for it.
Sure.
Like,
go
if
ahead.
it's gonna
So-
make you happy."
So you don't have a
and-
no food policy in your car like Rich does.
I really tried that, but
Yeah,
I
right.
prefer a no screaming policy. So you need some food policies to go with the no screaming policy
Oh, yes,
to make
of
that a
course.
possibility.
Little boys, from what I see, they
nightmares.
jump off of couches and ottomans and stuff and lead with their head.
Yeah, it's super
Like,
intense.
They're little wrestlers.
Okay, so my sister has a 2-year-old, a little girl, and
Yeah.
we just found out yesterday that she's having a little boy.
Oh,
now,
wow, congrats.
And I'm really excited because I'm like, now you get to know my pain.
Yeah, it's so different.
Yeah, her little girl like sorts things into muffin containers
Right.
and like pretends sews and does all these sweet, amazing little things, and like her house is neat
Talks
and
about
she
fairies and stuff.
listens and it's amazing, and I'm like,
And my kids, you're like, my kids headbutt
now
the
you
wall.
get to know.
Dude, my
Yeah.
nephew
and each other.
slung his diaper off and threw it at me. It was a full one, by the way.
Yeah.
Because he's a rambunctious monster diaper baby.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's 2 of them, and they just feed on each other's energy. But it's great. I really love it. I really do feel very lucky.
So now, how do you balance the the mom life with the sort of Hollywood thing that you still have to do?
I mean, the best I can, just like all working parents. I mean, I think we just balance it. And I'm a single mom too, so it's a little more. I don't have somebody at home that's
Right.
like, "Oh, will you do preschool drop off this morning because I have to make it to work." I just have to. I had to ease up on my control and perfectionism, honestly, and just be like, so it's just not going to be perfect. Like, I'm not going to be killing it at the mom game all the time and killing it at the. I'm going to do the best I can, and I know I'm a hardworking person who wants to do the best I can. So I'm not hard on myself about it.
It reminds me, you see the movie Bad Moms
Yeah.
with Mila Kunis?
Yeah,
It's a good
yeah.
movie. It's a good movie.
It's really cute.
She's not a bad mom.
Really
No, I'm
cute.
saying it's
The
a
whole-
great mom.
But no, but that
Why
is
would
the
you
point,
say
is
that?
that the mom culture has become so, the parenting culture in general has become so, is your child's birthday Pinterest perfect? Are you doing everything exactly right? Does everything match? And I'm like, no, it doesn't. But you know what? I love my kids, and my kids are really happy. They're smart, and
That's
they're
all that
kind.
matters.
And that's what matters.
Autumn Reeser here on the Covino and Rich Show. If you look over there, that's probably like the last time we saw you. That was 100 years ago.
Oh, where are we? In Vegas?
I don't know. Look at you. Wow.
I have
hey, look at
done
that.
it
Is that,
up.
That's not a Plandid. That's a Candid, right? Look at you're laughing at us. That's real life.
I was genuinely enjoying you guys. I don't know what's happened
I must-
between then and
yeah,
now.
I must have slayed it there. Hey,
been
let me
very
ask you
funny.
this. Autumn Reeser, you talk about dropping kids off and stuff. Are the dads just hitting on you like crazy?
No, you
Oh,
guys.
What are you talking about?
You go to parent
They're
teacher night,
scoping
and
you
all the
out.
other dads are like, "Gosh, she's single."
Dude, they're probably like Instagram live and they're like, there she is, guys.
Oh my God.
No,
No,
you're the only grown dad that Instagram's live.
All right, maybe I am.
Okay, so the Instagram Live thing, you guys, I didn't even know that existed until I started promoting this movie. I feel like this is an embarrassing story. I just thought there were Instagram stories.
Right.
So the promotional team on this, one of the girls, they're so lovely and they're so on it with their social media, and they're like 20, right? So one of the girls grabs my phone at the premiere and she's like, let me Instagram Live this. And I thought she meant like, let me put it on an Instagram story. So she starts filming it and she's like, introduce yourself. And I'm like, isn't it my people, aren't they gonna know who I am if they're watching my? And then she's like, but you're live. I was like, why am I live? She's like, it's Instagram Live. I'm like, I'm obviously an idiot, and nobody should let me near this technology.
You can't get left behind like that.
I know.
Because then you're going to end up like some old guy, like super old guy with old balls.
I don't know what's going on anymore.
When am I? Okay, no, that's not gonna happen.
When are you going to get old balls? I don't know. When are you going to go old balls? I don't know.
You don't want
Like,
that.
do I have that to look forward to?
I don't know.
Question mark?
Old balls are coming.
If you stop knowing about Instagram Live and stuff.
Oh, I know. I gotta up my game.
Yeah. Are you listening to, what kind of music are you listening to nowadays?
I have Spotify. I like, like sort of like folksy stuff, I guess.
Really?
Like singer-songwriter stuff.
Do you like the new Taylor Swift?
Yeah.
wondering-
I do like Taylor Swift, but
As
I
a
don't
celebrity, though, when you like, let's say you like the new Taylor Swift, do you reach out and say, hey, I'm Autumn Reeser. I just want to say I like your new stuff.
No.
Why not?
I don't know.
Why? I would, right?
Yeah,
If anyone cared about my opinion.
Hey, can I hire you to be my social media coach? 'Cause
Absolutely.
I feel like you might have this on lock.
How much do you pay?
I need a sidekick.
Babysitting. I'll pay in babysitting.
Yes.
Now, Covino, I was telling you before. I found a list of it's like old people in Hollywood.
Yeah.
That some of them aren't even that old, but they just give advice on how they remain happy and healthy all these years. Because I feel like we talk about this every day, right? How like you don't want to get old. Do you feel like you hate the idea of getting old?
No, because
You love
should,
getting old? I
honestly,
hate
we
it.
should all be so lucky. Don't
That's
you all
true.
know somebody that deserved the chance to get old and they didn't get it? Like, I think you really have to look at it like that, as a gift.
Well, hold on. Say that again.
We all lost people
Right.
in
Yeah.
life
Yeah.
who
Yeah.
deserved a chance to still be alive.
Yeah.
Huh.
And we got that chance.
We
you're
get
gonna
that
still
chance.
embrace it. Hopefully, you still have the chance to get old.
Yeah.
Oh.
It really is such a gift. I mean, it's cheesy, but that's the only way to look at it.
Yeah. I think you came here. You were meant to tell us that today. Made us feel a little better.
Were you guys feeling a little wrinkly today?
Today was a day that we felt really shitty. No, but I said Spot, our producer, loves the Golden Girls, and I said Betty White has just recently given advice saying that she attributes she's 95 and everyone loves Betty White, and she said too many people think negatively. People love to start sentences with you know what I hate, and she's like, I just don't hate anything.
Yeah.
Do you think you could really go through life and be like, I don't hate anything? Because I feel like so many people are more negative than positive.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
People love to lead with the negative.
Yeah, and it's hard to be around. It lowers your energy. And we all have bad days. Oh my gosh. You can't like.
You know what I hate? When people lead with the negative. Yeah. No, sure. You try to avoid those people.
Without a doubt.
Right? Sometimes you need to unfollow people in real life,
Right,
is
and-
what they say.
Have you ever had to unfriend someone in real life? Not like on Facebook, like, like this person is just negativity, like a friend or a family member that you had to like distance yourself from.
Yeah, definitely. I think so, because if you're having enough trouble, especially when you're going through something difficult in life and you're trying to keep yourself positive, it's like you're like, it's a hard enough work on my own without now feeling like I have to sort of like bring you up too, or,
It's draining.
Yeah. I think there are times in your life where if you are feeling like you're in a good place in your life that you should try and get back to, and try and bring up other people's positivity. But there are times in your life where you're just like, I need a lot of self-care and like surrounding myself with a lot of good and positive people.
Do you still feel like you get enough time to spend with like your random old school friends? Because like I said, single mom, working, dropping kids off at school. Do you still try to make time?
Yeah, I just went home and hung out with my high school girlfriends. Like 2 weeks ago. We try to get together twice a year, and we do, even if it's just like we did brunch at one of my friends' houses with all the kids running around, and we connected, and that was great. And then at Christmas, we all like, take each other out to dinner, and
Well,
that's
you're
our
from,
gift for each other. I'm from California,
yeah,
so it's not that
Carlsbad,
hard
right?
either. Yeah, from
Did you go to
Carlsbad,
Did you go
Oceanside
to
area.
Legoland?
No.
Why not?
I can't. I went
Legoland's the
once.
shit.
No, dude. I went once when I was like 19 when it first opened.
Yeah.
I think it's creepy.
Why?
I don't know.
You know what's creepy is you go to Legoland, I went to Hurricane Harbor, and all these girls have their ass cheeks out. And it's like, yo, this is a family place.
know.
Isn't it? Put your ass cheeks away.
Yeah, I mean.
That's how I felt about it.
Well, we told you. I mean, think of the time from when we first started doing this show.
Yeah.
To the times where we're talking of autumn at Maxim parties 10 years ago. Like butt cheeks have just become so ordinary now. Like people, have you noticed
at
that? Though?
Legoland,
it used to be like people would cover their ass. Now it's like
Are you
booty
guys
everywhere.
You guys are like, I'm here with my family and I'm really distracted by you. Is that what are you guys saying? You just can't manage your own instincts?
I'm not saying I don't enjoy it.
What I'm
I'm saying I'm amazed at how everyone just has their ass out nowadays.
It is amazing.
Yeah, control
Definitely.
yourself. Control yourself.
So you had a good time with your friends in California, and you make time. You got to do those things, I guess,
I mean, when
to
something's
stay grounded.
yeah, whatever's in, I think right now we live in this FOMO culture, right? Where we're like, I got to do this, I got to do this thing, I got to do this thing. And look at everybody's Instagramming this ice cream museum. Now I have to go to that. But do you really? Like,
There's an ice cream museum?
There's an ice cream museum.
Yes.
Everybody was going
I was
crazy.
told I had to go.
Right. See, this is what I'm saying.
Oh, wait, here's my alarm reminding me that I have to go to the ice cream museum. Sorry about that.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
My
Continue.
God, what goes on at the ice cream museum?
Remember
But
Shannon
see,
was telling us about that.
This
saying
is
we
what
gotta-
I'm talking about, though. Everybody gets distracted,
FOMO.
right? You're like, no, I need to go do this thing. But as opposed to just like, what's actually important to me? What do I actually want to make time
Autumn
for?
Reeser's here. Valley of Bones is the new movie. We're going to talk about that. But what's this list, Rich? You want to go over
No,
it real quick?
I put that list aside. We'll go over it
Okay.
later. I want to talk about this movie for a second because you're playing a paleontologist.
Yes.
Did you ever think you'd play a paleontologist?
No,
in your
but
life?
I love Indiana Jones, so I was like, oh, this is my Indiana Jones moment.
This is as close to indie as you'll get.
I mean, I would like to get closer at some point in my life, but I'll take this. Yeah, so it was, I get to actually like uncover some dinosaur bones. I
Yeah.
got the cool hat. I mean,
Wait, you really
I was
wear a
pretty
hat?
satisfied. Yeah, I got the paleontologist hat.
What's your
It's
favorite
pretty
Indiana
awesome.
Jones? The first, second, third?
I
Fourth?
always get all the names mixed up.
It's okay.
I like the one with Karen Allen, where they fall into the snake pit. Right? Where they're
That's
which
the
one's that?
original
Yeah,
Is
Indiana
it Temple
Jones.
of Doom?
No,
That's the
Raiders of Lost
original,
Ark.
yeah.
Raiders of the Lost
Yeah,
Ark.
Right, that's what it is. Yeah.
Raiders of the Lost Ark. Yeah, you know what? Temple of Doom was the weakest one, but the most entertaining, I thought, because they were fighting for those rocks in the Indian village.
But as people love to point out, Indiana Jones killed a lot of people, and he's like a murderer. He's a murderer,
he
really.
really is
Like,
a cold-blooded killer.
he's a cold-blooded killer. I mean,
Do you kill people in your
No, but I've been in
Research?
jail. I've been in jail in my
I was
not
gonna
for
say,
real life. My
you're-
character.
You're a disgraced paleontologist.
Yes,
Now tell us what are we expecting from this movie? What's the plot line here? Give us the
it's-
scoop.
So I basically was disgraced. I'm put in jail, and you come on. I have
Do you think you can make it in jail? By the way, do you think?
No,
you,
no. I think I would get eaten alive in jail. What are you talking about? Look at me.
If you watch,
Like
or
100
do
pounds.
you ever watch Orange Is the New Black?
I haven't seen it recently. I saw like the pilot
Oh
but
yeah,
a while ago.
but do you feel like if you were in a women's prison, do you think you'd be surprisingly the tough girl?
That would be amazing. Just like I would just like be holding down the fort
No,
at
she's
jail.
too
No, I
small.
feel
Would
like
you
I'd
crumble immediately.
be probably. No, I think I'd keep to myself. Listen, I don't spend that much time thinking about what I do in jail because I don't plan to ever actually go to jail.
Okay, good. I always wonder what people's role if people would crumble or step it up in jail. I feel like I would be
You know
the
what
worst.
that means, according to Autumn Reeser? You got too much time on your hands.
I do.
Yeah, if you're wondering about that,
All right,
you need hobbies.
So your character's been to jail,
Yeah,
disgraced.
so she has a son who she has no relationship with, and she's basically just disconnected from life, and she only feels safe out in the backcountry looking for bones. That's where she feels like she's going to find her salvation, I suppose. I think she just doesn't know how to deal with life. So we start off this movie, and she's very prickly and not connected, and she ends up being forced to take her son on this dig where they've discovered what's potentially like a multi-million-dollar T-Rex skeleton. And the guy who's found it is a meth addict who's really unpredictable, who owes money to the drug cartel, who also wants the T-Rex
Yeah,
skeleton.
when I read this plot, you remember from Dusk Till Dawn when it was just like a bank heist and all of a sudden like vampires came into the mix?
Yeah.
I was like, that's how I felt while reading this. I'm like, okay, she finds a dinosaur bone. And then Mexicans are involved.
drug cartel.
And now they want the $1 million bones.
So it starts out as an innocent dinosaur dig.
Yeah, I'm picturing her like, oh my God, we found dinosaur bones. That's kind of how it is, right? And then you realize it's worth a lot of money. And then you're
And
like,
then-
oh shit,
Yeah,
what do I do?
I mean, I think the most complete T-Rex skeleton, from what I remember, fetched like $8 million or something at auction. So
God.
it's a lot of money they're talking about. And we shot this movie in North Dakota. Actually, straight from here, I fly to Fargo for the premiere in North Dakota tomorrow night. And so they used a lot of plot lines that are actually happening in this area. Drugs are a really big part, and the oil boom is a big part, and fracking and all of that. So that's all a big part of the movie.
It's you and you cross paths with a drug lord named El Papa.
Yeah, played by Mark Margolis, and he's amazing.
Is it really awesome?
He's hilarious.
El Papa. And Salvation on CBS. When did you say? Is that tonight?
That's tonight. Yeah, that's
Okay.
tonight and next week are my last two episodes.
So you got the movie September 1st that's coming out this weekend. At Autumn Reeser, if you want to hit her up. Do you get nervous for big weekends like this? Do you how do you monitor this and how do you
I'm
plan?
going camping this weekend.
Oh, you're not even gonna like.
she don't care.
No, we
Yeah.
had the premiere in LA last week,
Yeah.
and then we have the premiere in Fargo tomorrow night, and then I'm checking out, going camping.
And then what? Then you check in to see, well, how's everything going, or how's it doing?
For me, I don't have any. Obviously, I really want people to see it. It's a great movie, and so I want people to go see it. But
you did your part.
My job is to show up and tell a good story
and promote.
Yeah, and then and do the promotional stuff. But it's like
her job really is to act.
Right.
Her job
that's
is
what
done.
I signed up
there's
for,
other people that are put in charge of the other things. I always wonder, do you feel like you're always living a weird life when you're an actor, because everything you do, your life is on one big delay? What is your alarm for now?
Sorry, it's make an appointment.
The whole idea of like your life is constantly on one big delay. Like whatever is coming out now, in your mind, has been done long ago.
Yeah, we shot this 2 years ago.
Yeah, so like now, whatever you're working on now, or in the works they're doing now, your friends and family and fans will see years from now. So
she's mentally checked out already.
So like in your mind, you're like, I fucking filmed this 2 years ago. I did my
don't
job.
talk about this
You're like,
anymore.
I go to the premiere in North Dakota, then I'm going camping. Fuck that. So is it a weird mindset of like, in your mind, that's been done? You filmed this years ago.
No, I'm excited for people to see it, but I also, I've been in this industry a long time, and I lived a lot of my life sort of on hold, like hoping this would happen or waiting for this type of job. And like I missed out going to Europe with my family. The only time my family's ever been to Europe together because of something I thought might happen.
Mm-hmm.
And after that happened, I was like, I'm not going to put my life on hold. And this goes back to what we were talking about earlier, the things that are genuinely important to you in your life. I'm not going to put that stuff on hold for the maybes and the what ifs.
Right.
And taking my children camping is a huge, huge value to me that I want to impart to them. So I put this on the calendar, and this is what I'm doing.
Really camping, by the way? Like,
No, they're too young to go like backpacking and stuff like that.
Well, no, but like you're sleeping in a tent or no?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if I can handle that.
Yeah,
Yeah, me either.
It's so funny because I just went to REI to get like a new air mattress, and they were like, well, you can't take this backpacking, and I was like, well, no, but like car camping, and they were like, oh, car camping, like that's like the the lightest version of camping that they will allow to be cool. Like they're like glamping doesn't even count. You know what I mean? They're like, you're not going into the back country. What I mean?
So did you grow up camping?
Yeah, I did.
That's your family.
Yeah,
thing,
I mean,
sort
I went
of.
camping. My first time my parents took me camping, I was like 4 months
So
old.
you're trying to keep the tradition, the family thing alive. A little bit.
Definitely. Yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
Your kids are going to be excited about nothing more than s'mores. That is like.
Oh yeah, because they're the best thing
that's
ever.
That their whole trip is going to be wrapped up.
Maybe
in
you
s'mores.
and I should go camping. We need a little outdoorsy thing to do. Yeah, why not?
Mix it up a little.
I mean, not just me and you. That'd be kind of weird.
That would be weird. One sleeping bag? Covino, what's going on here?
Yeah, we were in Vegas the other day for the fight, and we went up to see if there was any shows, and they tried to give us a gay couples discount. For real. Swear to God.
That's so nice.
We're like, oh my God, I think we're a cute gay couple. Yeah, we were like, because we were there for fight. But have you been to Vegas for more than a few days?
The guy was like, well, if
God,
you're a
no.
couple.
No, thank you.
After being in Vegas for a few days, you start looking for things to do. You're like, what? Is there a weird show I want to see? Is there something I want to do?
How long did you guys have to
We were there
be
for like a week.
Tuesday to Sunday.
Yeah, our whole mission was just to stay out of trouble. And we did a good job.
Yeah, we did.
You know what? I'm really proud of you guys.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah,
well done.
We've come a long way.
Well, we look forward to seeing you tonight. CBS Salvation Theaters, September 1st. Your movie, Valley of the Bones. People can check that out. Autumn Reeser, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you. Nice to see you guys again.
Yeah, another 20 years.
We'll see you
We'll have
soon.
8 more children.
Autumn Reeser.
More Covino and Rich next on Faction Talk 103.